Hello everyone and welcome back to Animals with Neonim. Today we're diving into one of the world's most rarest and most intelligent primates, the yellow-breasted capuchin monkey, also known as the buff-headed capuchin, or the scientific name Sapajus xanthosternos. I hope I pronounced that right. These small but fascinating monkeys are known for their problem-solving skills, tight-knit social groups, and even tool use. But despite their intelligence, they're also one of the most endangered monkeys in this world. So what makes the capuchin monkey so special? And what can be done to save them? Let's find out. The yellow-breasted capuchin monkey is native to Brazil, mainly in Bahia, Sergipe, I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, I'm sorry, and Minas Gerais. These are all provinces in Brazil. It originally lived in the Atlantic forest, Cerrado Atlantic forest transition zones, and parts of the Caatinga. These capuchins can adapt to disturbed forest if the hunting pressure is low. I will talk a little bit more about that later on. It's quite some information. I don't want to talk about it right now because we're talking about the habitat, but later on I'll say something more about that. Their home range varies from 418 to 1,030 hectares, so they can live in quite a big area. They mostly move through mid to low canopy, but in drier areas they also sometimes stay on the ground to crack nuts on the ground. The yellow-breasted capuchins are found in subtropical forests, shrublands, and savannas. Capuchin monkeys are medium-sized and sturdy, with males and females looking quite similar. They weigh about 2.5 to 5 kilograms and are named after their distinctive caps on their head, which vary in color and shape. Their arms and legs are about the same size, and they have large brains compared to their body. They also have furry tails that can grab things, though they are not as precise as some other primates, like spider or howler monkeys. Despite that, the tails help with movements like foraging or keeping balance, especially hanging upside down. Instead of relying on their tails for movements, capuchins have very strong and skillful hands that they mainly use instead of their tail. They also have powerful jaws, large canine teeth, and thick molars, which allow them to crush seeds, break open hard fruits, and chew tough foods. In captivity, they can live up to 40 to 50 years old due to better nutrition and medical care. The oldest recorded capuchin monkey was 55 years old. In the wild, their lifespan is much shorter, typically around 25 to 30 years old. Yeah, because due to predation, food scarcity, and environmental challenges. Capuchin's monkeys take a long time to reproduce after becoming independent from their mothers. Females start reproducing about 4 years after their next sibling is born, and males may take up to 10 years to fully mature. Fertility in males increases gradually, but sexual maturity does not mean that the capuchin monkey is fully mature or fully grown. In rare cases, capuchin's monkey under 5 years old have fathered babies, but only in captivity this has happened and without the presence of older males. Compared to other monkeys, capuchin monkeys have long birth intervals, a late first birth, and a long lifespan. Capuchin monkeys are polygamous, meaning that both males and females have multiple partners. Males, they follow a dominance hierarchy, where the alpha male has the most mating opportunities. However, lower-ranking males can also mate, it just doesn't occur that often. The alpha male spends much of its time protecting the group from predators and rival males, which reinforces his priority in mating. Before mating, males and females communicate through specific vocalizations, facial expressions, and body postures. Most capuchin groups have more females than males, and a high number of young capuchin monkeys compared to adult females signals a healthy population. Capuchin females usually give birth to one baby every 2 years. Their breeding is seasonal, with most mating happening between January and April. While mating can occur year-round, most pregnancies outside of this period is rare. The gestation period lasts about 160 days. As I've mentioned before, the Capuchins live in multi-male and multi-female groups with a dominant hierarchy among the males, where the alpha male has priority in mating and resource access. They live in close social groups, family bonds are strong, and they work together to protect and care for one another. They also often engage in grooming each other, which is very good for their bonding. Yeah, it strengthens their relationships and social ties as well. The Capuchin monkeys use a bunch of different vocalizations, facial expressions, and body postures to communicate, especially during social interactions such as mating, which I've also mentioned during the reproduction part. Yellow-breasted capuchins are highly skilled foragers and have adapted a variety of techniques to find or to obtain food. They are one of the few non-human primates known to use tools in the wild. They often use sticks and rocks to crack open hard fruits and nuts, a behavior that requires both strength and precision. Rocks are usually used as hammers, while sticks can be used as levers or probes to reach hidden food or to try pry open objects like logs. The use of tools is particularly focused on obtaining food that would otherwise be inaccessible due to hardness or hidden nature. Their ability to use tools is a clear indication of their cognitive flexibility. They are able to select the right type of tool for the task, modify the tools to specific food, and use multiple tools in sequence to achieve a goal. It really showcases their intelligence. I think it's really incredible when I see animals using tools to get to food or for any other reason. I just love animal behavior in general, and you know, animals have a different way of showing or showcasing their intelligence, and I just think that's very interesting to see. I feel like I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to that, honestly. I feel like a lot of people, they don't really think about it, at least not the way that maybe I do. But then yeah, I can't really speak for anyone else, but I feel like in this society, people might think animals are dumb or look differently at animals because they cannot communicate as we do or show intelligence in the way that we do. Therefore, animals are more stupid or whatever reason, whatever people say about animals. But I don't necessarily believe that's true. There are so many different ways intelligence can be present. Anyways, a whole rant. I'm getting off topic now. Yellow-breasted capuchin monkeys. I think it's incredible that they use tools to get food, and it really showcases their intelligence, and I find that so amazing. Anyways, I've mentioned a little bit about this before with the foraging behavior, but the yellow-breasted capuchin monkeys, they mainly eat fruits, seeds, but they also eat some insects as well. Also small animals like frogs and birds, and even some small mammals. They will also sometimes eat flowers, leaves and stems. So I found a study about the things that the yellow-breasted capuchin monkeys eat, and I will just read it out loud. A study of a group of yellow-breasted capuchins in Yuna found that they spent about 38.8% of their feeding time eating fruits. Insects made about 36.1% of their diet. They consumed a significant amount of fruits like cacao, jackfruit and old palm, which made up about 24.4% of their fruit consumption. They like their fruits, good for them. Since March 2, 2020, yellow-breasted capuchin monkeys have been classified as critically endangered on the IUCN Red List due to several significant threats to their survival. Yeah, there's quite a lot of information about the problems they're struggling with nowadays. I don't want to get too deep into this because I think the video will be very long if I do, and I don't want it to become too confusing. So I've written like 3 topics down. The first one being habitat loss and fragmentation. The primary threat to these capuchins is fragmentation and habitat loss. Yeah, just basically destruction of their natural habitat in the Brazil's Atlantic forest. Deforestation for agriculture, logging and land development has reduced their living space, leading to smaller, isolated populations. This fragmentation hinders gene flow and increases risk of inbreeding, further endangering the species. The second biggest threat to Capuchin monkeys is that they are targeted for illegal pet trade. Infants are captured and sold. The removal of females in particular has a detrimental impact on group survival as it disrupts social structures and reproductive capabilities. The third biggest threat to Capuchin monkeys is human-wildlife conflict. As humans continue to expand their agriculture and urban development into the Capuchin habitats, conflicts with local communities over crops and human-wildlife interactions increase, further endangering the primates. However, besides all those incredible sad things that are happening to the Capuchin monkeys, there are still some organizations and conservation programs trying to protect the yellow-breasted Capuchin monkey, and I've written down a few of these organizations. However, their names are mainly in Portuguese and I do not speak Portuguese, so I'll try my best to pronounce them. I'm pretty sure I'll say it wrong, but I'll also link their organizations in the description down below. So if you don't understand what I'm trying to say, totally understandable, it will be in the description as well. So the first one I found is, here we go, I'm so scared to mispronounce this, but I will try my best. I'm so sorry for all the Portuguese speaking people out there. I will make some mistakes pronouncing this. Instituto de Pesquisa Ambiental da Amazônia, or also known as IPAM. They primarily focus on promoting sustainable development, and especially in the context of reducing deforestation and encouraging responsible land use. While it works on environmental issues related to the Amazon and Atlantic forest, its main goal is addressing sustainable farming practices and use policies to minimize environmental damages. So they mainly focus on this better use of the land, which will in turn also help the Capuchin monkey. Second organization that I found is called the Fundação. I'm not sure. Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce this C. I should Google this, honestly. I should do a better job. Give me a second, please. I will try my best. Google Translate. Not from English, please. Portuguese.
Fundação Biodiversitas.
Fundação
Biodiversitas.
Fundação Biodiversitas. Yeah, I don't think it will get much better than that. This Brazilian NGO works to conserve the biodiversity of the Atlantic forest and other ecosystems. It's involved in efforts to protect primates, including the yellow-breasted Capuchin monkey, through habitat restoration, environmental education, and research. Then the third organization I found is actually, I found an English name, so that's a little bit easier for me to pronounce. It's called the Primate Conservation Agency. This non-profit organization supports field projects that protect the primates and their habitat. They fund conservation initiatives for endangered species, including the yellow-breasted Capuchin. The last organization I found, again a Portuguese name, I'm so sorry. Grupo de Pesquisa em Primatas Brasileiros. Yeah. This research group focuses on primates in Brazil, particularly those in the Atlantic forest. They conduct studies on primate behaviour, ecology, and conservation efforts to protect the species. These organizations contribute to the conservation of the yellow-breasted Capuchin monkey through habitat protection, scientific research, and educational outreach programs aimed at reducing threats such as habitat loss, poaching, and human-wildlife conflict. Now, to lighten up the mood a little bit, I as usual, have some fun facts. I have 3 fun facts. Number 1 being they are excellent jumpers. These Capuchin monkeys are known for their impressive jumping skills. They can leap between trees with great agility, helping them move quickly through their forest habitats in search of food or to escape predators. Second one, in addition to foraging, yellow-breasted capuchins also use tools such as sticks and stones to protect themselves from predators. They might throw these objects at predators or rifle as a form of protection, showing their problem-solving skills even in dangerous situations. Again, coming back to that intelligence, like showcasing different ways of intelligence that we humans might not necessarily see as intelligence. I love it. The third one, yellow-breasted capuchins have a great memory. They have excellent memories, especially when it comes to remembering where they have found food. They can recall the locations of food sources even after long periods, which helps them forage effectively in their environment. This ability to remember and plan ahead is an important part of their survival strategy. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning more about the yellow-breasted capuchin monkey. I enjoyed talking about it, so that's a win, I guess. If you found this video interesting, please like, subscribe and share with whoever you might think that also finds this video interesting. It would help me out so much and I would really appreciate it so much as well. Besides that, I would love to hear your thoughts about the yellow-breasted capuchin monkey or any other animals, so please comment down below, and if you have something interesting to add to this video or a question or just anything you want to say, I will read it. And as usual, I will link the sources and the organizations in the description. Again, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time.